So we just made it to Pioneer Cemetery, which is an old cemetery with a tragic story about a young girl, which I will tell you later. And really there's just like small stones and not formal graves except for one. And that, here it is. Bill Hurley, 1866 to 1952. That's a long life. Yeah. Okay, so just a little update. So we headed west from the Wilhelmina Inn and Lodge onto the Ouachita Trail, and we are now about 5 miles in, and we've hit this state line shelter, which you can see right over there. And we're going to have lunch here, and there's another hiker. Well, so we hit this section, which is mostly downhill right now, but it is full of rocks. Very interesting. Boulder Central, we'll call it. In fact, I don't think this is even, I think this is just the start of it. I think there's another section that's supposedly even more rocky, but we had a nice lunch and we met a man named David who is from Arkansas, and he is doing the Ouachita Trail, or the Ouachita Trail. Still don't know how we're going to say it. Okay, more later. One of the points to this trip is to test out new gear, and Jim is testing out a pair of Hoka Speed Goats, and he's already got a little blister that developed in the first 5 miles of hiking. So we're using another new product that we learned about called Compeed, C-O-M-P-E-E-D. You can buy it at CVS. And it's for blister prevention and also blister treatment. So we've slapped a little Compeed on for him, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm trying out my new hat. I usually wear a headband, and sometimes it gives me a headache. So I'm trying this new hat that Jim got me for Christmas. And it's a trucker's hat, so it's very well ventilated. So far, I'm liking it. And one other new thing we're trying that I had for lunch is StarKist puts out these flavored tuna packets, but they also now are doing something called bowls. And they have like quinoa, they have beans, rice. And I did one of those today for lunch with a wrap and hot sauce. Small packets of hot sauce that I just picked up. So yeah, then I enjoyed that. That was really good. It's all about testing out new gear. It's all about acclimating our feet for our upcoming big adventure, which we will talk about later. Okay. See ya later. That feels so good. Yes. We're soaking our feet. in this nice stream. And we are 1.17 from a campsite. So that's exciting.
I move my stuff across.
The water feels great. Well, hello. So we're concluding day one here. We made camp and we're going to have dinner in a little bit and then we'll be going to bed, which is usually what we do by 7 o'clock. I wanted to go back about the cemetery, the Pioneer Cemetery we were at. So there was a story posted up there about a young girl during a very particularly bad winter. Her family was sick and she went out to get firewood and was being stalked by a pack of wolves, and she climbed a tree to take refuge and they found her frozen the next morning. It was just tragic. But I wanted to mention that that's what I was talking about today when I said there was a story attached to that cemetery. Anyway, so we're going to just conclude by talking a little bit about how today went and also a little bit about our upcoming adventure that's coming up next month. Okay, so Jim, what would you say today would be 2 highlights of things that went really well and 2 things that you were a little disappointed about?
Well, highlights were the trail is very nice. It's not like the long trail or the AT. There are a couple sections that are rocky and kind of a pain, but so far we made a lot of miles. Despite getting a late start, we probably made 9 miles today, I think, which isn't too bad for a first day. The weather's been beautiful. And so I think it probably got up to almost 80, maybe more today. So those were the highlights.
What would the negatives be?
Negatives were the feet in the new shoes. Take some getting used to. I probably got a blister because of that.
But you've worn those shoes before, but just not out on a hike.
Not out on a long hike.
Okay.
So, but my feet will just have to get used to them. That's just part of the process.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I would agree. And my favorite part was the terrain. I thought was really pretty gentle compared to what we're used to, and the weather was awesome. It was warm and no bugs and so beautiful. And I don't really have any negatives other than I was ready to rest because the rocks were getting to my feet.
Yeah.
But on to our big adventure. So most people who know us know that our plan is to hike the Pacific Crest Trail, and we have a permit to begin that on April 8th. So part of what we're doing on this trip is, conditioning, trying to further condition and get ourselves really prepped for that. And we plan on vlogging that entire adventure, so it should be pretty cool. And really, we have, what's today? We're a month away. So most people who know us know that we've been talking about it forever, at nauseum, actually. And so we're really excited that we're finally actually going to be doing it instead of talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.